This From the Exec video may contain content of a sensitive nature. Ratings may be disabled and comments may be moderated at any time. The content in this video are based on the personal thoughts of the host, RJRTV and its affiliated network channels, and does not reflect any biased opinions, persons or events mentioned. Oh man. Remind me not to do that again. Staying up all crazy hours of the night getting ready for this live show. And with that, it's that time again. And to the troll who wanted to, well, get on my bad side and decide to try to do a rape bomb, you should have looked at the warning, mate, before you even done it. Simple as that. Hey folks, RJ here, and well, this is episode number 2 of From the Exec, the weekly video series that covers the blog and a whole lot more. And of course, we all know the date, April 1st, April Fool's Day, and no, we at the RJRTV network haven't been playing any April Fool's jokes on this edition. And the reason is, it just annoys me for a reason, but I'll get to that in just a moment. On this program, well, I tried to stay up, of course, to watch the new My Little Pony episode in preparation for the big Season 2 finale, and well, I was out like a light. I have more on that in just a moment. We'll bring you up to date with the finale update, of course, RJRTV live testing, a bit of more Cecilia, and of course, yeah. So let's get the show underway, of course, with a little bit of a gripe to get off my chest, and that's April Fool's Day. Yes, we know, April the 1st, April Fool's Day, time for people in the press to play pranks, write articles and do that sort of stuff. But for me, it's really, really annoying. Now, you may not agree with me, of course, you don't have to. But, I mean, April Fool's was fine in the pre-internet era. Today, you can't even go on a website, or like news websites, or anything without getting pranked on April Fools. Now, of course, as I said before, the RJRTV network doesn't play April Fool's jokes. It doesn't change any aspects of its site, except very recently for the Season 2 finale. But what really annoys me is people who aren't expecting that sort of thing, well, they can get pretty upset very quickly, and unfortunately I'm one of those people. And I've already had to encounter a few April Fool's jokes. Adblock Plus threw up one, and that was a bit of a pain to get rid of. And then now I'm going to be expecting DeviantArt to do the same. They've done some great April Fool's things, and it almost led to the closure of my DA account, I think, in 1 year. But April Fool's, it's great, but unfortunately, it drives me up the wall for some reason. Yeah, simple as that. With that out of the road, let's get straight on to the first segment of the program. And well, last night saw enough of My Little Pony episode air, Ponyville Confidential. And well, the episode, I would say something about it, but unfortunately, I fell asleep during it. Now why? Number of reasons which I'll get to in just a sec. But I woke up in the editing chair this morning, which is unusual, and, well, as I said at the start of the show, I'm not going to be doing that again until the Series 2 finale, or I can build up and get my body clock trained for pulling the late nights. But the funny thing was, it was my first attempt to catch the new episode live. Now, normally, as I said, I catch the pre-show stream on Hax Mega's Justin TV channel. And then I go to bed and then I catch the episode on YouTube. But I decided to try it again after seeing Hurricane Fluttershy live. I decided to try again, but this time staying up for it. And unfortunately, as I said, I fell asleep. Not much I could do. Now, I'm not saying the new episode was boring and that put me to sleep. But thanks to the combination of daylight savings ending here this morning and having to leave 2 o'clock twice, and the episode, well, I've seen bits of it, but it's a bit of a letdown for me for some reason. But I did manage to catch some of it live, but then I pulled the plug just 10 minutes before the end and then I headed to bed. That was before I woke up in the chair. But But ever since they have changed the air times for all future episodes in the US very recently, the dedicated fans who want to watch it from all over the world and in countries like Australia and New Zealand have to stay up until crazy hours of the morning, like 2 AM, 3 AM, 4 AM. For example, here in Australia, we're a few hours behind the US, and anything that happens, like sporting events or, for example, new episodes, like anything from 1 o'clock onwards, during their daytime, we've got to stay up until the early hours of the morning here to catch it live, and that's the only annoying thing about it. But nonetheless, one episode is down and one episode is remaining to air before a week break. And then the biggest event of the year, which is the Series 2 finale. And of course, RJRTV will cover this live, of course, with a special live reaction program, which I'll mention later in the show. But if I'm going to be doing this live show, I'm going to need a miracle to stay up, because I'm looking to do 6 or so hours live, and there's a lot of content that I've got to get through in that live show. But I'm going to need a miracle to pull this one off. Oh dear. Okay folks, we're now down the road. We're still talking My Little Pony. It seems to be the key point of the From the Exec things on both the blog and the videos over the last few days. And speaking of which, during those last few days, the hype and build-up surrounding the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Series 2 finale has hit fever pitch. Now it's been the talk of the fan base and the Brony community. News articles are appearing almost every day as more and more information is released. Even a small 30-second clip of the episode was released on Equestria Daily a while back. Now, all of this news has got me and the RJRTV team excited as well. So much so, we actually broke it to the Australian audience. Of course, in our very first episode, here's what was mentioned. And particularly coming towards the end of the season, I mean, I think we've got 2 more standard eps and then the 2-part finale, which of course, the Candlelight Wedding. But I won't mention about that, that'll be for a future episode. Now, a few days later, Equestria Daily came out with the article about the event, which you can find down in the description bar. And that led to the Newsflash Edition episode. Here's a little snippet of it. For fans, wait no longer. The news is official. Mark down the date. Saturday the 21st of April 2012. Or, of course, in Australia, Sunday the 22nd of April in the early hours of the morning. Exciting times ahead. Now, as I said, all of this news has got me and the RJRTV team excited as well. Why? Because we are doing a special RJRTV live broadcast on the night. Now, I've been planning parts of the broadcast for the last few days, creating the backgrounds, titles, on-screen supers, and cam twist, and I've got the hang of it, and I've already had some great ideas, which I'll mention in just a moment. But I had to deal with a massive scheduling conflict due to a family event on the same day. But luckily that was resolved after some clarification after the family event was being held in the afternoon. Now, as always, I'll bring more about the broadcast. At the moment, there's no start time to it, although the test transmissions have been saying 10 PM, which is the latest I can start. But I have more information on the live broadcast as it comes to hand, so stay tuned to all future videos and, of course, this program. Now, the talk of the event itself has also, well, got us in high on fever pitch. And that's gave us the chance to ponify ourselves. And that's create, of course, show accurate versions of ourselves, of the RJRTV team. Now, we're using GeneralZoi's Pony Creator application on DeviantArt. And a few days ago, this was released onto the blog. And there we are, ponified versions. The unicorn's myself, and the Pegasus is Cecilia. And there's a bit of backstory, of course, behind these. The ponified versions were not easy to create, especially Cecilia. Now, I made her before in the Pony Maker, but I lost the code and I had to rebuild her from scratch. Luckily, I had some reference files on there. Now, Cecilia, if, of course, in the My Little Pony world, is a Pegasus pony and has the same traits as her original counterpart, but she also has the ability to fly. Now, I originally envisioned Cecilia to be a carrier pony, of course in honour of Derpy and the whole thing that went down. But Cecilia in this instance is working for a courier company, so hence the wings for the speed in delivering those packages, which is much needed. And the second bona fide version you see here is, yep, that's me. Yes, unfortunately I wasn't exempt from this, but I had fun making this one. I was tossing up to whether to be an earth pony or a unicorn, and eventually decided on being a unicorn, mainly of course due to carrying over my traits, of course for filmmaking and editing, and you need the telekinetic properties to move stuff around. And also, it's due to also having Rarity as one of my favourite characters on the show, so that was a bonus. Now, I had so much fun in making these, I've even made decorations across the RJRTV network. You may have noticed on the YouTube channel you see here, the official website, the From the Exec blog, it's all been decorated out for the big event. Now, these are being proudly displayed across the network, and well, there's a whole heap of work I've got to get done before the live show. But, in summary, this is going to be one heck of a show for me. Like live-wise, and with the publicity of the series finale being hyped to no end, it may turn out to be the best night in the history of the My Little Pony franchise. Now, will I lose sleep? Yes. Will it be worth it? Absolutely. I mean, why not? There's only one chance in a lifetime you get to see something like this happen, and you take those chances for granted. Alright, the final segment of this episode is, well, basically... Oh, someone's just went live. I'll get back to that in just a moment. But 3 weeks from today, as I mentioned, history will be made. Millions will watch this on television and live streams from all corners of the world. All the hype, all the excitement, all the spectacle. It's going to be one night or morning to remember. The royal wedding, the main event. The Series 2 finale of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. Now, it's been a few days, as I said, because we reported anything, but we've been in the process of preparing for the special live broadcast. Now, I've been in the process, as I mentioned, of designing the set for the show. And as you can see here, we've done some test broadcasts already. Of course, it's just test patterns and the first sneak peek of the holding slide, as you see here. Yes, it took a bit of creative engineering for that, but pretty proud of the result. Now, these are being done for the official RJRTV Justin TV channel, which you can also find in the description. We were going to do it on Ustream, but unfortunately the quality has just gone to crap there, and of course others are using Justin TV for that purpose. But it's been a very, very busy week, and I haven't had time to sit down and relax because it's been that busy. I mean, we've created the titles, the graphics, we've purchased some items for the show, we've recently got something special for the set, and you may even see me in a business suit for the broadcast. No joke. But I never had a sudden rush of creativity like this before. And after weeks without any videos being uploaded, things are starting to pick up. Now, as I said, I've got some ideas for the live stream so far. And one idea, of course, is... is deciding on which... the fans deciding on which stream to go to. Now, of course, being a show of this popularity, the streams fill up very, very quick. So one idea is every half an hour or an hour, the viewers will be updated on stream capacity, viewer numbers, and a whole lot of things. It should help them out. But that's still early days yet, and there's still a lot of ideas to be decided on. But there's a load of work done, of course, before the broadcast can begin. And one can only imagine the scale of this. Although the RJRTV broadcast will have an Australian perspective on the event. Now, something similar to this was Australia Live in 1988, and it involved 3 television networks, the ABC, SBS, and the 9 networks, plus the regional stations. And this was a year before aggregation. And that was 4 hours, plus 70 locations around the country and the world. This is on par with that, except we don't have satellite capabilities. But this event is from an Australian perspective, an Australian fan through their eyes, their reactions, and a lot more. And that's going to do it for this edition of From the Exec. Well, it's been a pony bumpered edition, and it's going to be like that for the next couple of weeks as the countdown to the big event is on. Hopefully next week we'll have final details on the live broadcast itself, and a whole lot more. Of course, check out the official website at RJRTV.com, check out the official RJRTV Facebook page, Twitter and G+ accounts, and you can now also follow us on Justin TV, links down in the description. That's going to wrap up the show, but before I go, I had a bit of a chance to do a shoot of Cecilia yesterday. Now, we had a bit of a lukewarm response to, of course, as you see here, Cecilia's winter project. I decided to go for a little more casual this time round, and these are the only two pictures that came out pretty good. This is a new blouse that got picked up, and, well, the skirt, and, yeah, perfect combination in the end. So, yeah. Pretty good. Well, that's going to do it for now. Of course, there's a lot of work to be done, and I'll keep you guys up to date throughout the next couple of days on the stream status. It's going to cost me a fair bit. But until next time, everybody, this is RJ saying, stay sharp.